with my phone because my laptop computer camera is super crappy and my hair is drying and it's gonna poof, like big poof. So yeah, I look like a hot mess. That's okay. Coca-Cola anyway? I finally found my one tripod, Sarah, that I was looking for. I've got some stuff to show you guys. Ooh, pretty. Party tree. Huh? Oh, I just did a thing like they said to do online. So because we have really oily hair, like we have really oily skin as it is, to just with lukewarm water get the hair saturated, scrub it with a shampoo, rinse it, like thoroughly rinse it. Do not add conditioner, because if you add conditioner, it's going to cause the hair to be thick and oily within hours after washing it. So I'm going to try it, but also don't dry it with a towel. Dry it with like a t-shirt or whatnot. I know, she was cracking me up, but I'm glad she's got the tank now, because I think that she got herself all tucked in. I don't know if I want to open this yet, now that I get the car back tomorrow. By the way, I get my car back tomorrow. Woo, my car's fixed. The guy was, I guess you could say, I am so glad that Mark is the one dealing with them, because the guy, when we brought the car in and talked with them, pretty much tried to gouge me for a bunch of money. All that needed to be replaced was just the timing belt. It didn't need anything else. The pulley system is completely fine. Everything else on it is completely fine. Mark personally went in and had them just put the timing belt on. He purchased it, brought it, took it over, and he's like, I want to see that if you put this on, will this car run? Will it turn over? Will it work? Is there going to be, like, we're going to listen for any kind of offsets, whatever, because Mark knows cars. So they put the timing belt on, and the car fired right up. No issues, no problems, no delays, no nothing, no clacking, no like stalling, no nothing. The car works just fine. So we get to pick it up tomorrow. Mark's going to go in and have another discussion with them about the price, because they tried to tell him that it was $600 to put the belt on, which only took them less than an hour. And he's like, there's no way putting a timing belt on was going to cost us $600. So he's going to talk them down on price on the repair, because it literally did not take no more than an hour to get the belt on. So there's no need to charge, you know, he bought the part, so the part is already paid for. All they had to do was do the labor to put it on, which was just over an hour, and it's not no $600 per hour in labor. So don't let people gouge you guys. It's good to always have somebody that be your backup. But this big old packaging that I have here is my, I guess you'd say, this is my tinting for the windows. So I'm going to actually be tinting the windows up, because I am sick and tired of driving around getting fried in the car. And then I'm also taking it to go get 2 new tires on the front tomorrow. And then on the 17th, we're buying 4 brand spanking new tires, and one of the used ones that I buy is going to go on as the back spare. Actually probably do both of them. We'll put one in the trunk and one on the back, so we'll have 2 spare tires always with us in the car. But yeah, so I'm really excited to get this put on. I've got the whole kit over here sitting waiting for me to do this. So there's that. But we went and did a little bit of shopping and found a few cute things for the little bean. So Carlisle's got a few new things. Something that we definitely want to do some photos with him in is a beautiful little blanket. So we got him this cute rainbow blanket, because he is Sarah's little rainbow baby. So we're going to have this for him. And I'm so excited because this is super soft, like really, really soft. So we have that for him. And then, let's see here. Because Penelope's theme was baby elephants and whatnot, we wanted to tie in some stuff for Carlisle with elephants, and then Oakley's theme was going to be koalas. And so we ended up wanting to find something that we could tie into the things that we got for Carlisle. And Sarah found this little lovey. And it's all stitched together, so that doesn't come out of there. But this cute little lovey with a little blue elephant. How adorable is this little dude? So we'll go ahead and trim this off at, when he finally has it. And of course the tag. But this will be, it's so silky soft, and then it has like the straight one in the back. It's super, really, really cute. And then I found this. I had to get it from. It's for 6 to 9 months because this will be right around next Christmas, next fall. Because of course we're gonna get lots of newborn stuff and whatnot, but this I couldn't pass up, and it's the little space theme. Because his name is Carlisle Orion, and we wanted to make sure that he had something to do with the stars and space and whatnot. So that is what I found this, and I was like, I cannot see this and pass this up. So it is absolutely adorable. And then Sarah found these, and they're just so flipping cute. So first one, it's got all the little bunch of koalas on it, like a whole bunch of baby koalas. And then the next one is kind of just this really cute pattern, right? So it's just got like these little cute patterns and stuff on it. Okay. And then the third one is my favorite, and it says Mommy's Little Hugger. And it's a little koala. And these are newborn size, so like this is just the cutest thing. Of course, we don't know if he's going to need something smaller or something bigger, depending on his size when he's born. But so far, this is really cute. So these will go up in his closet. We're slowly working out all that, and then we're going to probably on the 17th, I'm going to take Sarah as an early or Christmas present type thing, and instead of waiting for like the baby shower and stuff like that, because we don't really know like how that's all going to work out, we want to get the crib that she wants. The crib we ordered through Amazon came in completely busted, like broken. And I don't mean like a little broken, I mean broken. Like the whole back rail piece, that's like the headboard piece, when it converts, completely is shattered on the top. Like big old chunks of the wood came out of it. I went ahead and did some glue work on it, and now I just have to sand it down and paint it, but it's just, it has that defect that just doesn't look good. The drawers, the sliders on the drawers broke, so the little drawers don't slide correctly. The back half of it where the shelving's supposed to go is not proper. So it came completely broken. So it can be cute to use for, like, say if you collect reborns or whatnot, but I definitely wouldn't want to put a baby in that crib. So we got our money back on the crib, and I'm going to take her and go get her the crib, a crib that is going to be one that goes with his theme, and two that is going to be like, that's going to work for her and for him in the long term. We're going to do that. But I'm also going to be revamping this entire space. So okay, that's just Donna letting me know how to get to her place. I'm either going to go by there tomorrow when I'm in town, or I'm going to go by there next. I told her more than likely next week, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Because tomorrow we are going to a candlelight vigil for all the lives lost this year that we couldn't do, like memorial services or funeral services for, stuff like that. So we are going to that tomorrow in honor of Penelope and Oakley. So we're going to go do the candlelight vigil for that. But I got a whole bunch of Christmas cards, and now I just got to fill everything out and send them out to everybody. I got a bunch of them already ready to go. I know who they're going to. I made the mistake last night of not putting some of this on before going to bed and paid today. Oh, I also, you guys, set up our Christmas tree and I flocked the tree myself with the can of snow. It looks so pretty. We only have a very few couple of ornaments on there. We're waiting for some ornaments to come in. And then what I'm going to do is probably go on Amazon and look at like different types of ornaments, because what I want to do is over the years, just now that there's going to be a grandbaby and stuff, we just want to keep adding. Like I've got ornaments on there from when the kids were babies, for different things that they've like during the seasons that they've made over the years that they can put on the tree. So we have several of those on there. But I decided I'm not going to do like the basic or old-fashioned baubles on the tree. So I decided not to do that, but our other tree, I am going to put that out front on the porch, and then we're going to decorate that with all the Christmas ornament like the baubles. Those are going to go on that tree outside. Because this is kind of like the last year that other tree is going to get used for like our basic Christmas tree. And then next year, I'm just going to have it, I'm taking out the big base part of it because it's pretty wrecked at this point. I've had it for so many years, like so many years. I'm going to take that base one out, and we're going to make it a smaller tree, and I'm going to restring the lights that are from that bottom part. We're going to restring those up onto the other portions, and then that'll let us have a little short tree for Carlisle to decorate during next Christmas and stuff. But our big, huge tree, I'm not setting it up in here. It's huge. It's massive. It's gorgeous, but it's really big. So I'm going to put it out front and anchor it out front, so that way, as we receive our deliveries for Christmas stuff, it'll go, hopefully they'll know to set it right there, and then we'll be able to bring it inside. We've been pretty lucky up here where we're at. There's not a lot of people that want to come up this way to like steal stuff so far. But you never know. But yeah, there's a couple more things I'm going to go pick up on the 17th, like in store. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure they'll sell them, because they're not like they're not like the normal type of Christmas gift ideas. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so these are all the new cards that I just got, and I'm going to start tagging these up. There's a couple in here that are actually for birthdays, because I thought I need to get a couple of these because they're amazing. And then one of these is a really special card for someone, but I have to get that person's address. So I need to get that address and send that over. And yeah, so I'm going to be putting together the rest of these this evening. Relax. But yeah, so I did that thing that they said to try with people who have really, like my skin, like my actual skin is naturally really oily. Like I have really oily skin. And so I went on, because I did the whole, you know, this is going to sound really gross, you guys, but I did that whole thing where they talk about how to try to prevent your hair from needing to be washed all the time, or to break the habit or the cycle of washing it daily, you're supposed to like stretch it out to like a certain amount of time. So like the first time I went like 3 days without washing it, and it was like disgusting. And I washed it and then stretched that out from like, do that for, you know, a couple of times, and then stretch it out to 5 days, and then stretch it out to whatever, and try to stretch out for a really good length of time to where your hair kind of reboots itself. And I think I really tried to hang in there, and I got to like 5 weeks of not washing it, just rinsing it when in the shower, just rinsing it. So just rinse it. Don't put any product, no shampoo, no conditioner, nothing. Just rinse with warm water, like lukewarm water. So I did that for like, I got to like week 5, and my hair was so heavy and so caked and stuck that I couldn't do anything. Like it was literally like a helmet. It did not work for me. I don't know who all sits there and does it. I watched another lady that did it on YouTube. She filmed it over a certain amount of time, and it failed for her as well. She said it was just like by the end of it, she could grab her hair and twist it in her fingers, and it would just stay, like just stay that way. And it looked gross. Like it was just stuck. And I was like, okay, so Definitely not the kind of hair type or skin type that can do the whole skip so many days with washing it. Now, I know I can go 2 days. I can go today, I washed it today, so I can go and not wash it tomorrow, but I know I'll have to wash it the next day. So today's Tuesday, so I know I don't have to wash. I've washed it today, so I will not have to wash it on Wednesday, but I will have to wash it on Thursday. Without a doubt, it'll already start to get funky. So I went on and was reading some stuff about if you have naturally oily hair. The biggest problem that those of us that have oily hair do, thinking we're taking care of our hair, is we condition it. We add conditioner after shampooing it, which I should be using a gentle shampoo, such as a baby shampoo or a very light, gentle shampoo for my hair type. So I got a very light, gentle shampoo for my hair, and I washed it. I did what it said, which was soak your head, like soak it in lukewarm water. So that's what I did. And then scrub the scalp. It said to just get in there with your nails, everything. Just go for it. Scrub it. Just, get in there. So I did that. And then rinse it thoroughly with lukewarm water. Like, rinse it, and if you think you're done rinsing it, rinse it some more. So that's what I did. So I spent probably about a good 25 minutes just rinsing it. Then, after I did all that and thought, okay, it's definitely rinsed out, then I turned it to just cold water and rinsed it again with cold water to cause the hair follicle to lock shut. Because when you're in the warm water, it opens your follicles up so you can get all the dirt and whatever out and cleanse it. And then you put cold water on it and it forces it to close up. So that's what I did. I did not condition it, and for the first time ever, my hair feels really soft, like soft. Like when I do it with conditioner, it comes out really silky, whatnot, but then it goes and it puffs, right? It's so soft right now. Of course, it's going to get a bit poofy because my hair is on the shorter side. So when it starts to curl, which is what my hair does, it's going to get that, like this poof right here, because it starts curling like at the back and stuff. What, babe? Yeah, 1 second. I'll be right back, guys. See where he needs me for just a second. Look at, she's just crashed out in there. She's all just smushed into the corner. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, and then yesterday we got Khaleesi's tank completely scrubbed. We got her a tank, it's like a fish tank, I guess you'd say, but it's for like reptiles and stuff like that. But we got that instead of the old-fashioned, like basic, like if you go to a pet store, you get these stupid cage plastic things that are supposed to be for hamsters and stuff. It's not enough space for them, and now that she's full grown, we wanted a tank for her that she can, one, get around in, two, she's not going to chew on the bars, which she kept doing on the other cage, and break her teeth. So we didn't want her to do that. So we ended up getting her the tank, which is great because now she has that. She can get around, whatnot. She can't get to the top of it, which was a big thing because she was getting on top of this and she was like monkey barring it across the top, and then she would lose her grip and fall, and she'd hit on her back into the cage, and that's not good for them. So we ended up getting her the tank, which I'm so happy that we have that for her now, because that is so important for her to have the space and whatnot. So she's got, gosh, I think that thing is, what is it? Geez, that thing's got to be at least 15 gallons. It's like a 15-gallon tank. She could go with bigger, like without a doubt. Hey, how are you doing? Good. I'm doing good. I showed off some new stuff that we got for Carlisle. But yeah, so the other cool thing is, and I'm not going to show you guys, I know it sounds, I'm going to tell you about it, but I'm not going to show you guys. But we got some pictures of the donor as a baby. Well, not just as a baby. We got age progressed photos. So we've got his baby picture, a picture at 5, and a picture at 10. Kind of shows you each stage of him up to adult. Well, not up to adult because they don't show their adult photos, but they show you some children photos to kind of give you a feel for kind of the genetics and what you're looking at when you're picking your donor. Well, we finally received some of those pictures the other day, and oh my gosh, Carlisle's gonna be the cutest little human ever. Like the cutest little bean. I really hope he gets his donor's like hair texture. And if I keep having this dream that he's gonna have like bluish eyes, like blue eyes, and dark blackish, like brown, like dark brown, almost black colored hair, like how Sarah's hair is now. Her hair is so dark brown that at first glance it looks black. It's not black, but it's dark. And that's how Sarah's hair was when she was born, was really dark and really curly. If Sarah's hair grows out, if she lets her hair grow out, it actually does what mine does, which is starts to curl in the back. And if we were to take the time to like treat it and like encourage it and feed into its natural waves, she would definitely have really wavy hair. Now my hair is way more wavy than her hair. My hair has little tiny pin curls and stuff like that. Hers doesn't have that. Hers is just wavy, like beach wave kind of hair, where mine is just like insane. It gets like some spots it'll go really big, like corkscrew big ones. Other spots it just goes like really kind of loose. And then I've got the one back part here that has really, really tight curls, and so my hair doesn't have like a distinct curl to it. It's it's all over the place. So I've been trying to figure out a way to take care of it, to encourage it to curl, but not to go completely crazy. So as you can see, I'm just letting it go, and it does these weird like flips and whatnot because it's not long enough yet to get a full curl. So it has these weird spots where the hair is going straight up, like it just whoop. Especially back here in the back, and some of these parts are curling under and in. But yeah, so my hair is crazy. That's good. But yeah, so got the tree set up. I'm trying to figure out a way that we're gonna organize like this living room area, because it's not working for me. Yeah, it just feels so awkward. I really want to put the couch, like what's considered the dining room space. I want to kind of make this dining area and living room space all one big opening. He's doing really good. Like, he's so active. Sarah was actually filling him, like somersaulting in her earlier. Like, she could feel him completely like turning over, and she was laying back on the couch. I missed it, but she watched as his foot poked out through the one side and pushed himself over. And she was like, oh my God. And she was like, I just saw it. And I was like, and I came over to watch and see if he did it again, and she could still feel him moving in there. But couldn't see any more visual outside. And I was like, go figure he would stop. I said, that's how it always works though. Like, the people to the outside that aren't experiencing it, it usually takes quite a bit longer for us outwardly to see all that. But yeah, so I'm very excited for him to be here. And yeah, we're gonna have so many different things ready for him. I know that Sarah is going to cloth diaper at home, so we are going to make sure we do have disposables, of course, to take with us when we're out and about. But we'll see how things go for Sarah in the beginning with the cloth diapering, because she may just decide to continue it even when we go out of the house. We'll have like the proper baggie and stuff like that to take with us if, when you need to do a diaper change out and about. But yeah, so I think cloth diapering is going to be a great alternative. I cloth diapered both my kids. Taylor for a very short time because he ended up having to go back and forth to a hospital because he was so sick as a baby. So I only got to cloth diaper him for like the first 2 months. But then after that, it was just too much travel and back and forth, back and forth. But with Sarah, I cloth diapered Sarah for her first 6 months. And then she got so chunky and big, I could barely get the button ones to stay buttoned on her. And so I struggled a lot, and she went from cloth diapers to disposables right about 6 months old. So I wish I could have cloth diapered her all the way till she was potty trained, but she was a little chunky monkey back when she was a baby. So yeah, absolutely, like the memories. Oh my gosh. So I'm excited to watch her be a mom. I'm really excited. But yeah, I think she's going to be a fabulous mom. She's already so in tune with him now. Like she can tell you, like she'll be laying down or whatnot, and then she'll be like, oh, he's awake. He's definitely awake right now. Because babies, when they're in you, move quite often anyway, right? Because their neurological system is like coming into play, and they move involuntarily a lot. So a lot of like the kicks and moves and jumps and wiggles and stuff like that are usually involuntary as the body is making sense. Just like when you have a newborn baby, they don't grab things voluntarily. They don't know how. Everything's very reflexive. But when they're awake, they're more active. Like they're more actively moving about. But even in their sleep, they will move and wiggle and squirm. So she can tell the difference now. Like she's like, he's definitely awake. And then we'll listen to him, and he is like, you'll hear his arms moving and moving around because when you catch his heartbeat, you know you're by his chest area. And so you know that you've got that area, whether it be his chest or his back. But you'll hear him move his arms in front of the Doppler, and it'll cut off the heartbeat for a second because he's moving in front of it, and you hear the and it's super funny. He has kicked the Doppler a couple of times where I have felt that, where I've been holding it on her belly and have felt him kick at the Doppler or where the Doppler is sitting and been like, whoa, that's crazy. But I haven't gotten to like put my hands on her belly yet and like feel him like kick yet or move yet. But that time is coming. It's gonna happen, but yeah. So waiting, hopefully we can call tomorrow and find out what the heck is going on and find out if they finally got her authorization for her anatomy scan, because that's something that's supposed to be done before next Wednesday, because next week on the 8th, I don't have my other thing over here, the 8th is her next appointment, and we were supposed to have the anatomy scan done before that appointment, because that's the whole point of the next appointment, was to go over the anatomy scan. But she hasn't had the anatomy scan yet, and let's see, tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's the 1st, I think. Yeah, tomorrow is the 1st. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, next Wednesday is her next appointment. So if they don't get her into the anatomy scan by like Monday, we won't have the results back in time for Wednesday. So that's a thing. If we can try to get it scheduled anytime this week if they call her, so that, because I can't go in anyway, so she just needs someone to take her to the appointment. I can't be with her at the appointment because it's in the hospital and they don't allow anybody to go with them into the hospital. So other than like if she was giving birth, then that's different. But for her appointment wise, they don't let anybody go to that. So and the anatomy scan isn't about us seeing the baby and enjoying like watching him. It's about, hey Yosef, it's about the whole checking everything about Carlisle. That means they're going to check all his measurements, everything about him is going to get looked at. His leg length, bone lengths, I mean every detail, his brain, his facial structure, the bones, everything is going to get looked at that anatomy scan. They take between 35 and 45 minutes depending on the technician, but yeah, wow, yeah. So they check everything at that, and so I won't be able to be with her at that, so it doesn't matter what day it's on. It's just getting her a ride out there. Goes good. You guys missed out showing all these things. So I'll show it again because a lot of you weren't here. I'll show these again, but see this big old thing right here? This big old box. This big old tube. This is my new pre-cut tinting for my car. And as I said at the beginning of this live stream, my car is ready to be picked up. I gotta go pick it up tomorrow. Thank goodness for Mark and the fact that I didn't have to deal with those guys over there, because Mark still owns the car. Like, I'm paying him, I'm paying off what he owes on the car. So, put it this way, he will be, tomorrow, as a matter of fact, tomorrow he is paying off the car, right? The last bit of the loan, he's paying it off. And then I'm paying him back for that remaining amount of the loan. So he's paying that off. So then he's like, the car is yours as of tomorrow. You know, when we go down, we make this payment. It's your car. Just make sure you keep the payments going. Yeah, no more of my dad's truck. Holy cow. But this is the tinting for my windows of my car, because I'm tired of being cooked tomato in my car. And I did some research to find out about, like, what are the Arizona laws for window tinting. And everybody kept saying, oh, you can't have your driver's windows tinted, you can't have the front windows tinted. And yes, we can in Arizona. It can be at 33%. So that's what we got. And so my back windows can be as dark as I want them to be. They don't have a number for the back windows in Arizona, but the front has to be no more. It cannot be any more than 33. So that's what we did. I also am ordering the piece to go across the windshield, because I'm so flippin' short that every time the sun is in the front of the car, even with my visor on, I keep getting blinded. So what are you getting? Wait, no, I'm not getting a new car. It's my one that I've been driving, the one that just broke on me last week. The one that the timing belt broke and, like, it's been sitting in the shop. So I've been driving my dad's truck for the past week because my car's in the shop. It is officially fixed, because Mark went down there and the guy was trying to tell me that it was going to be like $1,500 to $1,800 to fix it. It needed a whole new set of pulleys and arms and all this stuff, and that if he replaced all those and it still didn't fix the problem, then it would need a whole new engine. And I was just like, are you kidding me? The car's not even worth that much. So Mark went online, ordered the timing belt, because we did know the timing belt snapped. Like, that was the obvious part. The guy was like, well, if we replace the timing belt and then the pulley system and everything's all bent, then it's not going to do you any good anyway. So Mark bought it. He went there, personally went down there, and he's like, I brought the timing belt for the car. You know, he's like, I want you to put it on, and I want to see that this thing runs. Mark's not stupid. He knows cars. So the guy was, like, real pissy with him or whatever. But dealing with Mark was, I guess you'd say it's easier for a guy to talk to a guy with cars than for me to be there, because the guy was trying to gouge me. So Mark went over there. They took like an hour. They got the new timing belt on. And lo and behold, the car started right up. And so Mark stayed there listening to it, wanted to hear how it sounded, wanted to make sure it went into gear right. And everything works. Like, it works. He goes, more than likely, he goes, you were just cruising, right? I was like, yeah, I had it. I was just literally coming off the upgrade. We were coming down the downgrade when all of a sudden everything shut off. He goes, so you weren't even, like, giving it gas and making it move. Tell me what you got. He goes, and I was like, no, I wasn't doing anything. I was just coming up the hill and everything in the car died. He goes, well, then your timing belt broke at the right time, because as soon as it snapped, everything shut off because it stopped spinning. And I coasted to the side of the road and called AAA. So I didn't damage anything, because nothing at the time was being put into, like, I wasn't in gear. I was in neutral, letting the car coast, because I always let it coast when I'm up on that big hill and I'm coming down that hill. I put it in neutral and just let it coast down. A 40-inch smart TV, nice. That's nice. So now I have tinting for the window. The next thing I'm getting is, tomorrow when I go pick it up, I'm gonna go take it and get a couple tires put on it, because it needs tires on the front. So yeah, that's what we're doing tomorrow. And then of course going to the candlelight vigil. But So this is for Carlisle. It's a blankie, a big fur blankie. A nice little fleece throw. Sarah wanted a blanket that we could do a wrap up of him in to do his little baby, rainbow baby pictures. So we got him this, and I love these colors. They're like really muted. They're not like overly bright, girly colors or whatnot, and they're not just solid like browns, which would be, you know, the other way to do it. But this is just really like neutral. Nice. So this is for Carlisle, of course. Then because like I was saying earlier, Penelope's theme was supposed to be elephants. Her nursery theme was going to be baby elephants. And because she did not make it here with us, we wanted to add something of her element and her theme into stuff that we bought for Carlisle. So Sarah found this, a wee little blue lovey elephant, and this is sewn together. So the elephant is gripping the lovey blanket, and it's got the baby elephant. It's so cute, and it's super soft, by the way, like silky soft. And it's got like this really like silky inner part, so it's like a different texture. Like this side's like all fuzzy, and then this side's really like solid soft, like velvet. So, and it's a little rattle. So it's so cute. And then I got him something for next fall, because of course, as I've told you guys, his name is Carlisle Orion. And you can't have a Carlisle Orion without something space themed. So I found this, and it's a 6 to 9 months, so it'll fit him for next like Halloween season. So for the fall and Halloween time and whatnot. So during Thanksgiving and stuff, because he'll be about 7 months old then, 7, 8 months old then. And I just thought you can't have a little Carlisle without having some really cute space themes for him. How cute is this? This is so cute. I love this. And then, of course, because, as you guys know, we've already talked about it, Sarah also had gotten pregnant after Penelope, and that little one did not make it. And so his theme, though, when she first found out she was pregnant, she wanted koala bears. And so we wanted to make sure we incorporated some of that as well. So look at this little onesie. This is a newborn onesie with koala bears. And this one has this on it, so it's got like these little, it's like little arrows, right? So like little cute arrows is the second one in the batch. And then this is my favorite one of them. This is Mommy's Little Hugger. Look at this little cute thing. So this is super cute for him. Oh my gosh, you guys. We can't even. This is just like too much. It's too much cuteness. But we had to get stuff that was going to incorporate both his brother and sister in it. This week also, by Sunday, we should have Penelope's and Oakley's Christmas ornaments that'll go on the tree for their first Christmas ornaments. So we're going to put those on the tree. We got a little elephant one for Penelope and a beautiful, we couldn't find any My First Christmas koalas, so we found this cute little teddy bear one. So it's got a little tiny teddy bear with a couple of little toys with the thing that says 2021 and it says My First Christmas. So that's what we ended up ordering. And one of Sarah's presents, I'm so irritated. It is not going to be here until like January 3rd. So it's not even going to get here until after Christmas. And it's the perfect present, and now I'm like bummed because it won't be here on time. Oh, of course, like he's not due till April, you guys. We've got time. Yeah, we have so much time. Like he's not due until April, though these weeks are going by so fast. Like today, she's 19 weeks, you guys. Next Wednesday, she's gonna be exactly halfway. Like she's at the halfway point. Pregnancy is 40 weeks, and Sarah is already about, like, she just turned 19 weeks. So it's to us anyway, it feels like it's flying. I feel like we're running out of time, and we still have things that we want to get done. And I'm going to get my entire room reorganized, because I think what Sarah wants to do is just make the room that she has into Carlisle's nursery. So it'll just be his room. Sarah is like, she's always been this way. If you guys have been watching us a while, Sarah has always been the kid that crashes out on the living room sofa. and she doesn't really like sleeping in a room. Like, that's just never been her thing. Even when she was really little, I'd put her in her bed at night, and I'd wake up and find her sleeping in the living room, curled up on the couch or in the recliner chair. Sarah's always been that kid. Her preference is always just crash out in the living room. She'll even fall asleep in her bedroom, even now as an adult. Will fall asleep in her bedroom, and midway through the night, she'll move herself out to the couch and fall back to sleep, which I think is really adorable. That she still has that habit. It's just part of who she is. So she's like, can we just turn that room into Carlisle's room and just leave the cats where they are? And I think that's a really good idea, because the cats, they need to have their room. So when we go to bed at night, we can all go to bed at night. Because at night, I don't know if any of you have cats, but cats are extremely, like, they're a nocturnal animal, and you got to kind of reset their clock, so to speak. But our cats at night go completely ballistic, okay? If they're out and about, which we've had this a few times, and you close your bedroom door to go to sleep, they go absolutely insane. So we've now lost 2 electronics because Rigby chews things. Sometimes when I'm at my grandfather's, I just crash out on his couch. He's putting the bed sheets on the, yeah, exactly. But Rigby has a very bad habit. Bella did this too when we had Bella. If he can find a cord to chew on, he will chew it. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's the curtain cord, like our curtains, he destroyed the one set of curtains in the room. He chewed the entire piece that allows you to open and close the curtains. That whole piece got chewed off, and because that happened, the whole thing came loose, and now you can't like open and close the curtains. The whole rod system is broken. So he chewed that. There are new toys that we bought them that attach to their towers. He chewed those through, so now they're not even attached anymore. They don't even have the cool little bobby hanging toys. The little toys that you play with them in the air with or whatnot with the stick, he chewed that completely off, so now there's no toy on the end of the stick. He's chewed through one TV cable, which thank goodness the TV that I have, you can replace the cable. It's not built into the TV. So I replaced that, but he chewed the cable completely in half. He chewed an entire extension cord. Well, it wasn't plugged in, thank goodness, but I had it raveled up because we were using it outside to do weeding, and I wrapped it up and sat it down, and he chewed that to crap. So it's no longer any use. So we've lost those things, and then he chewed the toaster cable. He got on the kitchen counter and chewed up the toaster plug. And that was plugged in. He got a real shock of a lifetime on that one. I'm shocked that it didn't kill him. But he did get very badly zapped by that one. But he's fine, thank goodness. But he did not learn his lesson. Oh, and he also chewed up and destroyed our Scentsy pot. So he chewed the cable, and while he was chewing the cable, it zapped him, and he pulled back and pulled the whole Scentsy pot off the countertop, and caused and they're ceramic, and it just shattered. So I lost my entire Scentsy pot to him chewing it. Very sad, because that was one of my faves, and I love having my Scentsy pot, but he chewed it to smithereens. So at nighttime, we can't have them out and about. They have to be watched always when they're out, because Rigby chews everything. And Gracie thinks she's Evel Knievel and will try to climb anything and everything she can get on top of, even with her having the really bad back hip. She's doing really good since we've kind of confined her. She's the only one right now that we don't really let get too much run time, because like the vet said, as horrible as that sounds, as much as we want to let her just be a cat and be crazy, the best thing for Gracie is confinement. And so she has to, like when the boys come out to run around and be crazy, Gracie kind of has the room to herself. So that way they're not in there messing with her, and she can get a break from them and not be like hidden the whole time, because she tries to hide from the boys, because Binks likes to pick on her. He knows her back end isn't working right, so he likes to go back there and like nip at her legs or her thigh, and make her jump or whatnot, and it's not fair to her. So nighttime, they all get put up to go to bed. during the daytime, they're all kind of just like lounging. They don't care. But at nighttime, they go completely insane. So they've got their towers, their wall climb thing in there. They got their litter boxes in there. They've got food, a big, huge water feeder, lots of toys. Jesus, I think they have so many toys. They have more toys than my kids ever had. So they have all that at night. During the daytime, they just kind of wander through here, just wander around. But yeah, you have to really keep an eye on them. So I'm going to get this room done because I'm going to be setting up my TV stand. And I just realized that I kept thinking, gosh, why did they have this thing on here? We don't need this thing on here. It's so stupid. Can I just take this thing off? And oh my gosh, yes I can. It can completely come off because I have a smaller TV that I want to mount there, but it looked stupid with the big side mounts for like a really big TV. So I was like, it comes off. I can take it off of there. So I'm going to take it off of there and take that thing out of here. And then this way I can just mount my TV on the smaller part of it and put it over here in this side. And then I'm putting my desk right here where we're sitting. So my TV will be over there, my desk will be over here. I'm going to center the bed, and then I'm going to move the dresser to that side. So I can have my computer set up here, because I've got a lot of stuff that I want to work on, and I want to have my computer area set up, but I also have a spot that I want to set up my sewing machine. And I want to get to start doing that, because I have a bunch of projects already started, already pinned together. I'm thinking I might. I don't know yet, because I really have to see like how much progress I can make on these items. But if I can get some of these items completed, I might just go online and start like just do like an Etsy stop, like an Etsy shop type thing of memorial blankets. So I want to, there's a couple of little things I put together. I've already put Sarah's together for Penelope and Oakley. I just have to finish now doing the close up of the sewing. And then I am embroidering their names on there. So I'm like, I want to do that, and I would like to do that for other people as well. But I have to look at my time frame. So I do a lot of, like when I'm at work, I can do the crochet blankets, which is something I do want to do and sell. But I want to make the crochet blankets like what I'm making for Carlisle. I'd like to make some of those for other people. But I can do that while I'm at work. Now the sewing machine, can't do that at work. But that I can do here on my days off. And so if I can do that more than anything, then I might be able to start not having to travel so far for work-wise. Ooh, you're gonna start classes in January? Nice. That part still is sore. I slept wrong last week. I fell asleep with like my hand here, and I woke up feeling very bruised in my cheek because I crashed out, like I crashed out, which doesn't happen very often, but it happens whenever I'm like exhausted and not having been able to sleep for like a week straight. I just kind of, my body just goes, you're done, you're finished, go to sleep. And I crash out, and that's what happened, and I fell asleep with my hand up against my face. And it's still very sore. I thought it'd be like over it by now, but it's still like, it's not as tender as it was the first like 3 days. Holy cow. Ow. But yeah. But I got some things for Christmas. And one of them, it's not really a Christmas gift. It was just something like, my kids will really get mad at me because I never get myself stuff for like during the holidays. I never pick something out for myself or treat myself. And Jay was like, you need to pick a couple things for yourself. And I was like, okay, but like, so remember I told you guys I was trying to find a set of magnetic lashes, right? The magnetic ones. So I have one set, and they're really just like very basic, very thin sets. So you just kind of tie them into the lashes you already have. It doesn't make a big pronounced difference. But I wanted some that were fuller, maybe a little more wow. And I found a set online that has several styles all the way up. So you've got really thick, big, like ones like you're gonna go and hit the club, and then it kind of tapers down from there to like the basic ones that I have. So I was like, thank goodness I finally found some, and so I ordered them. for myself. They were really low cost. So, well, these ones were too. Like the ones I got here were really low cost. And I love them, by the way. So if you guys have never tried, like if you are, it doesn't matter what, if you like putting on false lashes, if you've never tried these ones, you're missing out. They're amazing. You don't have to wait for the glue to dry. You don't have to wait for them to be tacky. Every time I've ever tried to do regular glue on fake lashes, never get them on right. Hi, Tracy. So I finally ordered some, so I'm kind of excited about that. I'm like, I want to get them in so I can try them all. I want to see how they look. Because I would like to go with something a little more bolder. Like I notice whenever I do my lashes, and I do like get my, like when I fill my eyebrows in, which my eyebrows, by the way, you guys, are coming along a little bit better. Like this one's really starting to come along. Like this is not makeup. This is where I have been like letting my eyebrows get really bushy and then just plucking away like the excess off of here and off of like my lid. This one is finally starting to make its way back. Like it's filled in all in this area. Before I only had like this part of my lashes. This one's taking a little longer. Like this one's not coming in as fast. You can see like I still have a lot of hair here, but this part still is very minimal. So you can see like the very minimal couple bits of hair, but this one is really progressing. So I'm like, finally. But this has taken so much work to get that because I have to let it get really bushy. Like, I mean, I get hair all the way down onto my eyelid right here before I finally make the choice to go through and pull these hairs away. But I have to let that happen so that all of these hairs start to also come in. And so that's what I've been doing. And this side is looking pretty good. It's getting there. Go figure, I'd be in my 40s before my face decides to finally like work correctly. Though you can tell I have had lack of sleep because my eyelids are so dark. Like I have such dark rings. And here's something, guys. Here. This is stupid. It's so stupid, but I'm going to say it anyway. For years and years and years, I have tried anything and everything to try to put makeup on, right? Like I'm not talking about like eye makeup, I'm talking about foundation, like skin makeup. Anytime I've ever done it, one, I've had really bad like reactive issues. My skin is super sensitive to stuff like that, so I'd end up breaking out. Two, I have really big open pores, like really big pores. So I did all the different things. Like the other day I spent an hour in here just on one patch, right? Just I wanted to try from the side of my nose to the under this eye. I was like, I'm gonna try this tutorial that this lady talked about. So I did every step. I did the primer, I let it get tacky, and then I did a second layer of primer so that it was tacky again, and you gotta push it into the pores so that you get a flat surface to work with. Can't wait to go back to school. Nice. So I did all that, right? And then you let it dry to a tacky texture so that it's kind of, you get it. And then you're supposed to do your foundation over that, and you should have a smooth surface to work with. No. I was like, I wasted money on buying a bottle of foundation again to my skin tone, whatnot, for it to just do the exact same thing. You need to pay your student loans first, yeah. So what I ended up finding out, when I went online, I did some more research. So for someone like me, who has very deep open pores, like I have really very open, big pores. Can't really tell when I'm back away, but like I have really, really thick open pores. Okay, they're huge. For where some people have like 20, I have like one massive pore opening. It's super annoying. And so what I learned is someone like me doesn't need to do liquid foundation. Shouldn't be doing any kind of liquid makeup on my skin. So yes, I can use primer to prime the skin so that you don't clog up your pores with makeup. But I should be using mineral makeup, so powdered makeup for me. I have to leave in a bit to go home. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. So I sat here and worked with some of my mineral. I have like, what are they called? Bare minerals. Um, by the way, not one I recommend for me. I'd recommend it for a lot of other people. I've seen it work amazing. But for me, I can't get the color right. Like there's just, you get like 3 options in color and none of them match my skin tone correctly. I either look too white or too orangey. That's the word. And then the other one is the skin, like the skin tone for dark skinned people. So I am not either of those. One of them is either too white, like I'm talking white, like you look like I haven't had a tan in a year, to either too orangish. So like, well, that doesn't work for me. But what does work is the fact that I tried it to see what it would look like on my skin. And it makes my skin look beautiful. So I didn't get the big gaping pore spots. I didn't get the funky creases like when I smile. I already have wrinkles anyway, because we all get those. Come on, I'm 40 years old. But when I put on liquid foundation, all of those creases are like amplified. But with the mineral makeup, it is not. And I was like, oh. And it didn't like make my pores be like, hey, look at me, I'm open and holy. So that was nice. But now I need to invest in going and looking at powder foundations, powder concealers, stuff like that, if I'm going to do my makeup. And I'm also trying to learn how to properly do my eyelids, because I do have what they call hooded eyes. So a cat eye is not something I'll ever be able to do, because when you have hooded eyes, I've seen the tutorials on trying to do a cat eye on hooded eyes, and no. Absolutely not, because the minute you blink, you have this big block across the top of your eyelid. No. No. It's not worth looking stupid when you close your eyes. So, yeah, it's cute as long as you're like this all day. But the minute you like blink, everybody's like, whoa. Because it doesn't line up when you blink, when you do a cat eye with a hooded lid. So it just looks a hot mess. So, no, I'd like to just be able to put on really beautiful eyeshadow and make my eyes pop with some beautiful eyelashes, because it's something I really enjoy being able to do. So I'm gonna start practicing that and hopefully get better at it, but who knows. But yeah, so I just wanted to chill out with you guys for a bit and show you guys some of the new little items we got for Carlisle. And that my car is ready and I get to go pick my car up tomorrow. I hate that car. Let me just tell you what. The time that I've been driving my dad's truck, his truck needs work. But I haven't come home with an excruciatingly sore back and like throbbing knee from shifting, which is what I have to do with my car, because it's an automatic. I mean, it's a manual. His truck's an automatic. So the first like 3 days that like I drove his truck, I kept reaching down for the stick shift, and I kept trying to find the clutch because I'm so used to driving a stick shift. So that's going to be fun tomorrow when I head back out with my car, because I'm going to drive my dad's truck down to his house. Oh, I need to call him. I need to find out where he wants me to put the keys for his truck. And so I got to put the keys away, and then I need to go get and wait for Mark. He's going to pick me up from my dad's house and take me over to get my car. So yeah, we're just like, are you kidding? It's just so annoying. Oh, okay. Thanks, Roku, for restarting. My hair is curling at the back right there, so I can feel it pulling tight. So I need to release them from each other. Let go of each other, because that hurts. You're pulling my hair. There we go. But yeah, so I'm gonna go get my car tomorrow. Kind of happy about that, because my car is so much cleaner than my dad's truck. Even though I scrub my dad's truck and stuff, it's still. So I gotta get the jacket out of there, wash the jacket and stuff, but yo. Frustrating. Love my pop. Frustrating though. But I'm really glad though, let me just say what, I'm super, super thankful that he allowed me to use his truck so that my car could get fixed, because that's what really matters. I mean, yeah, it's not my favorite vehicle to drive. Yeah, it's kind of gross, but it's a vehicle, and I was able to get to and from work and do my job, and therefore continue, doing what I do. So yeah, but you guys are amazing. Like seriously, you guys are amazing. And I need to take a picture of the tree at some point because I flocked the tree. I need to buy another can and maybe give it a bit more of a harder spray because it's not real white. Like it looks like it has a dusting of snow on it. But I don't want it to be white. I just wanted to dust it. But I also, because something that Sarah and I have an issue with is that our doors that we use, we have these big double French doors, right? One of them doesn't open. We have that thing anchored shut. It's not coming open. But it's completely windowed, right? The whole door. So you have just a wood frame around it, and then you have this big open window. And it's like all the light comes in, especially when you're trying to watch stuff on the, what's that thing, the projector and stuff. But when you need to go in and out in the daytime, like the curtain thing is always in the way, and it's annoying. So I took and snowed the window in, like with the snow cans. I just covered it. And I was like, we don't even need the curtain now. We can just leave it like that. I can just get some stuff and just spray it on there. And it's easy to wipe off, by the way. You just kind of wipe off the dusty bit and then you spray it with window spray and it wipes off. Tested it. It works great. So you can just get that stuff off really easy. So yeah, now we have it covered and I'm like, why didn't I think of this before? So I need to go to the store tomorrow, grab some more snow, some canned snow, because I also want to put some around our window edges and stuff like that, because I think it'd be really cute, and put our little Merry Christmas stuff up. But the only thing we are not going to have this year, which I'm kind of bummed about, is outside lights. And the only reason for that is because the outside area where you would attach them, during all the wind we've had this 2021 has ripped a bunch of the face pieces off, and now you don't have the pieces to attach it to. So that's the bad part about living up here with all the heavy wind, is that if a place isn't maintained, which this place has not been over the years, you'll lose a lot of external, like exterior stuff on your house. And so we're trying to repair a lot of that to kind of help with the cost of the house and whatnot, but it needs a lot. Like my dad said, more than likely he's just going to rip this thing out and put a new house here, which I think is probably the smarter thing to do, because this place needs so much work, and it's got so many areas in it that just are, I guess say, they're pretty gone at this point. So, but we'll see what he decides to do. But other than that, guys, you guys are amazing. Thanks for hanging out with me. And yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with Sarah for a little bit and get a few more things done, and then just chill out because we have a busy day tomorrow. You guys are amazing and fantastic, and happy holidays, you guys. Happy holidays. 25 days till Christmas. 25 days till Christmas. Mwah. Love y'all. Bye.